We hope to stir up discussions and introduce ideas and really try to bring together leaders of industry and economic leaders within the Arab world, as well as decision makers, policy makers within the Arab world, and try to get them to talk in an environment that out of it we can perhaps come out with some recommendations and some policies rectified and so on.
But are there any relevant problems? We're talking about unemployment, for instance, in the Middle East region. Are those topics tackled in depth?
We've always dedicated effort and time to listen to youth and to see what their aspirations are as well. But keep in mind that the Arab world is not a unified or has a similar situation across the Arab world. Each country has unique circumstances and unique challenges. There's a lot we can gain from each other within the Arab world, and it makes a lot of sense. We're neighbors. It should be, the trade should be easiest, and the movement of people should be easiest between the Arab countries. So perhaps there's room for improvement there, and we hope to tackle issues like that.
So you are for the economic integration, not for protectionism?
I don't think you'll find anybody anywhere in the world who will still talk about protectionism. I mean, that has failed in the past, and I don't think anybody's going down that direction. In fact, economic integration, easing up movement of capital, people, products, trade in general is really crucial, and it has improved. The past decade, you've seen a significant increase of trade between the Arab world.
And that's also the recent crisis in Dubai.
Well, what's happening in Dubai is you cannot look at it in isolation. I mean, the whole world is in economic slowdown, and it was led by the United States, so the most liberal economic country. What's happening, and I might add the region, not only Dubai, is a good indication that we are more integrated globally, and whatever happens, whether it's in China or Japan or the United States or Europe or South America or the Middle East, affects other countries, and we all have a lot at stake here. So yes, there is an economic slowdown in Dubai, but I would like to emphasize it's not only Dubai. They are perhaps mostly affected because of the nature of how they position themselves. But I'm very confident that they're going to come out of this, and they're going to come out of this even better than in the past.
One thing very important to you is higher education. You have yourself been highly educated abroad, and big universities are emerging now in the Arab world. How important is this higher education project to bridge the differences socially and economically?
Having a workforce that is relevant to your needs in terms of human capital is crucial, and education is the key to all of this. I think the big difference that has happened in Saudi Arabia, you're seeing a bigger movement today in private education. You see private universities, money coming in from the private sector. In the past, it was a government-only domain, and you've seen that now happening in Saudi Arabia. But you saw this in other Gulf countries and across the Arab world happen a full decade ahead of this. So yes, it's very encouraging, and it's crucial to economic growth.
In the context of the Copenhagen Climate Conference, do you think the Middle East should have a different role in new energies and rethink its strategies?
We are the largest source of fossil fuel on the globe. But without strong economies, without people who need this energy buying it from us, it's irrelevant and useless. So yes, we need to be there. We also, I think, have an opportunity to change our oil companies in our part of the world to energy companies, and to use the position they have today and their strength in producing fossil fuel and producing oil and natural gas, to invest in alternate sources of energy, so that when that becomes more economically feasible, they continue to be leaders in the energy domain. So they need to change their mindset towards oil producing or gas producing organizations to more energy companies, and we hope to play a role in promoting these ideas.